on a disk floating through space with a tiny sun.
Hey, I'm FTFE, welcome back to the channel that does to stupidity what the Justice League did to Steppenwolf in the Zack Snyder 4-hour cut of Justice League. It's movie perfection. Just go and watch it. MC Who? Right, anyway, it's Monday night and you guys know what that means. We're going to have a discussion about the shape of the Earth in 2021. Coming back to the channel is someone who left last time after I admitted that if there was evidence, I would admit I was wrong. And today he's here to present evidence of a flat Earth. Scientific evidence, which he claims he has. Donnie, welcome back to the channel.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good, I'm doing good. Right, oh, let me get your camera.
Let me just jump right into it. So
yeah.
Let me do a screen share here. Over my channel. There we go. Is my screen coming up?
Let me just get that up. Yep, got your screen there.
All right, so this is my channel, and where I have a lot of scientific evidence in my playlist. So we're gonna go to my playlist here, and here, let's take a look at what I got here. I got a bunch of different things. So here we got the moon. I mean, that's some good information there, but we're gonna talk about the flatness of the Earth.
Yes, some scientific evidence for the flatness of the Earth. That'd be lovely.
For some reason. Yeah. Just a second here. I'm trying to figure out how I can scroll down on my screen.
You've lost your scroll down bar somehow? Oh, amazing. You can press down on the D-pad.
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, that's when I'm. Okay, here we go. Go back up. Sorry, I'm new to all this YouTube stuff and Zooming.
That's okay.
I only got into this. To tell people the Earth is flat. So we're going to go to the 2:20 mark on this video. We'll get up here. We'll play it from the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, I don't. We can't hear any.
Let me explain what's going on. Right, this is. What's it?
Sorry, just so you know, we can't hear any audio. So just there's no audio coming through. Just so you know that it'll be just video.
Okay, it would be just that's fine because there's really no talking involved here.
Okay.
So this video that I'm about to show you is Lake Ontario, and this gentleman is in an airplane, and I believe he has a Nikon P1000. I think that's what he has. And he has a infrared lens also. So what we're going to observe here is what it looks like out of the aircraft window and how far he can zoom and the difference between a regular lens and a infrared lens. And what's important is at the very end of this video, he shows what it should look like on Google Earth. Now, I love this video because this is Lake Ontario. This is the lake that I'm on. So I'm going to play this and just watch it. So we're going to watch this for 4 minutes here.
Well, you can maybe speed it up a bit. We don't have to watch the whole 4 minutes. So explain to us what we're seeing.
So all the numbers, the altitude, the heading, direction of north, and that's Lake Ontario that you see, that lake in front of you. And you see the cloud horizon there. Now, what we're going to see here shortly is he changing his lens. And now you can cut through the haze and you can see a little better picture. So that's Lake Ontario. That's the western side. And that little you'll see he'll zoom in on it. That's Toronto, Canada. All right. He's zooming in on Toronto. All right. So that's Toronto. So I'm not done yet. He's going to go even farther. You're going to be able to see. You're going to be able to see as far as Hudson Bay and Georgian Bay. And that's flat. So look how flat that is. This is so there's the shore of the lake there. That's Canada. And now he's panning back towards the east side of the lake. Now he's zooming back in towards the plane. So here coming up shortly, he's going to mark on the horizon in the next minute or so. He'll mark on the horizon where Hudson Bay is. And that's over 1,000 miles. So that's flat. So look how flat that is. That's looking back east towards Watertown. I'm right on the east side of the lake. And if he were actually to zoom that way, he would be able to see me. Well, he'd be able to see my city if he actually zoomed. So here coming up, there's Georgia Bay, and then there's Hudson Bay. Now, what we're going to watch here, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm listening.
All right, so what we're going to see here shortly is the gentleman's going to Google Earth. So look at the difference of what Google Earth shows versus what he just showed. He's going to zoom in. He's going to come down to plane level to where the plane was, the same altitude and the same heading, and look. And what you observe is way different than what Google Earth shows. So this is Google Earth. How come that doesn't look real? That doesn't look like anything I've seen out of the plane window.
Mm-hmm.
So he's making a comparison of what we see versus what Google Earth is showing.
Right.
So here we're coming, so that's what he's showing. So he's making a contrast versus what the so-called Google Earth is doing versus what he just observed himself.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll let you present something else if you want. We can go back to that. I mean, I've already covered that in the past.
Yep. And we're going to go to a high altitude balloon. All right. We're going to go to a high altitude balloon here, 100,000 feet. And let me skip forward here to where it's up the highest it can be here. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's taking for so long. I got full signal.
Earth's concave. Nice.
So there we go. Let me find a better, clearer picture here. See if we got something else here. Oh, there we go. That's a good looking. There's the sun. That's a local sun. Look at that sun right in the clouds. Watch that sun. It's right in the clouds.
Uh-huh. Cool.
See, it's flat. See, the sun is local. It's small, and it's just above the earth.
Right. Of course.
Okay. The sun isn't 93 million miles away. It's
Lovely.
close by.
Okay.
All right, so hold on. Let me go back to another one. And here's a flight over the Gulf of Mexico. This is a longer video, so I'll just skip through I mean, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. That's in that infrared, so you can cut through the haze and the glare and flat.
Lovely horizon, yes.
I mean, that's pretty cool. Hold on here. I'll go with that. So that was just, there we go. Oh, oh, I got a commercial. It's making me go through a commercial. Hold on.
Need to get that
Skip the
YouTube
ad.
Prime.
Yeah, I don't have YouTube Prime or nothing. Oh, that was a good zoom there. Here we go. I mean, that looks pretty flat to me, man. It just keeps going.
Oh,
It keeps going.
doesn't really. I see.
I mean, this is what people are observing. Okay, so I mean, people are observing this, and this is so different from what we're being told. So this is what I will present tonight, and
Right,
so
okay.
beat up, fight me from there.
So no actual
that's your
like,
channel, so fight me from there.
Then. All right, cool. So
That's observable. This is scientific.
right. So why's that not showing up? Right. So the first thing you said was about J Tolan Media, right?
Oh, what was that?
First thing you said was about J Tolan Media and his photos. Let me just bring up the site that I use. So if everybody would like to go to flatearthlunacy.com and just search for J Tolan Media on there, what you'll find is an explanation of how he is extremely wrong in everything he says. Let's go down to one of the images that he uses quite a lot. Like this one, which was in the video you just showed me. He claims that he's seeing this far because of a particular mountain. However, the problem is that J Tolan Media is really, really bad at figuring out landmarks. In this video by Right Side Up, they show what landmarks it actually is. And they show how it's actually cave mountains and not the mountains that he was pointing out, which means it's nowhere near as far as he was claiming.
Hey, well,
it's not Mount Chistisa in the distance. It's when you go onto Google Earth, you can actually get the correct. Where is it?
Okay, regardless of, let's say that he did name it wrong, right? He got the wrong landmark. Regardless if he's right or wrong about the landmark, it's flat. I mean, that's what you're missing.
Oh, it's clearly not flat though, because in this video by Bob the Science Guy covering some of J Tolan Media's claims, one thing that's pointed out quite obviously is how half of Mount San Jacinto is actually missing, which is not what we would expect to see on a flat plane. None of the measurement, well, none of it is measurements anyway, but none of the claimed distances that J Tolan says are correct, and also it doesn't matter because those things are possible on the globe Earth with refraction, as we expect. It's all part of the model that we have.
Okay, we're looking at this. Yeah, but look at this picture.
What you've done right is provide evidence for the globe.
From right to left. Yeah, but if you're saying it curves from where you're looking to as you go out, it needs to curve left to right.
No, it doesn't.
That's pretty flat.
No, it doesn't need to curve left to right.
Let's get something.
Right. Hold on. Right. Let me be clear. Right. This whole it needs to curve left to right thing is completely wrong. It doesn't need to curve left to right. You would not expect to see a curve left to right. And the reason for that is that the horizon for you is the same distance away at 360 degrees. So no matter which way you're facing, the horizon is the same distance in front of you, which means that you wouldn't expect to see a curve left to right when you have the same distance in front of you, no matter which way you face. You're not seeing a curve left to right, you're seeing a cross section of a sphere, and a cross section is in 2 dimensions. You expect the horizon at low elevations to be flat. That is the expectation of the globe. So when you say look at the horizon, it's flat, that is evidence that the Earth is a globe.
But my
Does that make
holy
sense?
book.
Yeah.
But my holy book.
You haven't
I'm
used
trying
that
to get
yet.
my counter to go. But my holy book.
Well, you've got to use that in an argument.
I want my points to go up.
It's not points. It's how badly you do. Right. So the next thing I want to show you is.
I thought I did pretty good. I just showed what we've been observing, and all you can do is give me a bunch of BS, man.
Well, we're showing the
We know
data
that
media wasn't
you're on here
correct,
just to
but
make
I
fun of
want
me.
to show you a high altitude balloon flight out. Well, actually, we'll just go to Mr. Sensible. So a friend of mine, he also has a YouTube channel called Mr. Sensible. Also, you can move down in the camera. We can just kind of see your beard. Right, so Mr. Sensible, a good friend of the channel, actually sent something to the edge of space, a probe that he called Mage 2, because the first one didn't work due to weather problems. Now, let me get his video up. Where is it? This one. Right, so this is my buddy, Mr. Sensible, with his Mage 2 project. Actually, this is the wrong video. This is the long one.
Does he have a fisheye lens? Does he have
well,
a
this is what I will
lens?
show you. If you give me a second, I just need to find the right video. I should have it.
Yeah, wide
saved.
angle lens. Here we go. We're gonna curve the horizon with a wide angle
Here we go.
lens.
Right. Well, the one that you showed actually showed the Earth as concave going up at the ends. Now, Mr. Sensible's probe had 3 cameras. All right, 3 cameras attached to it. Let's get to a point where you can see where the actual cameras are. Here we go. Right. So on the top right here, you've got the fisheye wide angle lens. That's this one, the wide camera, so that we can see the lovely view. We've also got another fisheye lens pointing directly up at the balloon. However, this camera, the main camera, is a narrow angle lens with minimal barrel distortion. And what he's done is he's put 2 straight bits of string in front of the camera to show that there is no barrel distortion in these parts. And then what we find is when he goes up to the expected altitude, that there's actually a curve. So here we are. So they plot, they take the image, squeeze it left to right, showing you that there's a curve to it. And then as they go further on, he actually plots the predicted curve that you would expect to see against what there actually is. And funnily enough, they completely match. So even in this, which you can see isn't compressed left to right, you can clearly see there that they're at this altitude of what we're at just over 35 kilometers. There clearly is a visible curve left to right. In a non-fisheye, minimal barrel distortion, narrow angle lens. There is no fisheye distortion because the straight bits of string are clearly straight, yet there is quite obviously a curve to the Earth, which matches the predicted values, as I said. Here we go. So here's the predicted values of what you should see at that height. But the predicted values are for just a tiny bit higher than what he is. But as you can see, it pretty much matches the curve that he actually has, showing that that is what we expect to see, and we do see a curve with a non-fisheye lens. The one that you showed was a fisheye lens, because at some points the Earth was curving as though, excuse me, the Earth was acting as though it's concave. It was curving up at the edges. Not here. Clearly a curve to the Earth, Donnie.
No, it's flat, flat, flat,
Right,
flat,
so you're looking at the curve in
flat,
front of you
flat.
right now. How is that flat? Are you just going to deny?
Listen, well, let me go back to screen share and I'll go back over here and I'll show you. I'll show you.
Let's discuss this first.
Give me the screen
I
share.
want you to explain why we're seeing a curve here.
There isn't one.
Well, there clearly is. It's right in front of you.
Well, you just put up a bunch of grids with lines and everything.
Yeah,
I
to show you that
showed
there's clearly a
what
curve.
we observed, and now you're trying to switch. Listen, you're trying to switch everybody, make them believe that the
No,
Earth
we're
is a
showing
spinning
you
ball flying through
again.
space. When
Here's
in
it.
fact,
Here's it
Earth
without
is
all the
flat
grid
and
lines
moves
on,
with us.
and there's
All you
clearly
want
a curve there.
to do is
Donnie.
fight me, and that's all you want to do is fight me.
I don't want to fight you. I want to show you evidence. Here is evidence that correct at the altitude at 35 kilometers with a non-fisheye lens camera that there is curve. What do you say to that?
That's not the curve.
How is it not the curve? What is it then? Why is there a curve?
There isn't. That's flat.
No, there's clearly a curve there, Donnie. You can see it.
Are you showing it?
Yes.
Go back to mine.
Well, no, I'm showing you this at the moment. I want you to say once again
listen,
that there's no curve here.
Look, you need to look. Come over here where what I'm watching here. Look at that.
Where's the grid markings? What height is that?
Exactly. I'm not. You don't need a grid mark. You can look at it.
Oh, you do need the grid markings and stuff to be actually able to measure these things. What height is that? What's the predicted curve at that height? Donnie, I'm asking you a question.
There it is. Look at it. What's your name anyway? Your first name? I forgot.
Fight.
What's your first name?
Fight.
Okay, fight. All right, fight. I don't want to fight. I just want to show you what the truth is, and I don't want to argue.
Yeah, you're showing me an airplane, showing
flat.
Nothing. You know, in fact, I'm pretty sure I could see a curve there. But let's again go to the one with actual markings on, showing you the how it actually all looks and how it's supposed to look. And there's clearly a curve here, Donnie. At 35,000 feet, there is clearly a curve. You cannot deny that there is a curve there. Nuh-uh does not work.
Well, listen, whatever you're doing with that guy on his channel.
I'm not doing anything with that guy on his channel.
If that guy's claiming that there's a curve, if you're, listen, click back over to my screen.
No, we're looking at this right now.
This is flat. Right?
Yeah, well, this isn't, Donnie. When you got higher, it's clear that it's not. I want you to address the fact that there's curve on your screen right now.
I see my screen, actually.
Well, click on me then.
I'm not looking at that screen.
Well, click on me then.
No, because listen.
I'm showing you curve, Donnie.
There's a curve on that screen because there's no curve to Earth, bro.
Apart from the fact that I'm showing
your
you.
First name is
Let me do this for you. 1 second. Right, we are going to
switch it over, and we're going to look at Lake Pontchartrain.
Hold on.
And
right, what we're going to do?
Keep zooming.
We're going to go to this, and we're going to do this.
How come you don't want to show these observable?
Hold on, we're looking at something here.
These
right?
are
see how the strings stay straight, but there's a massive curve there. It's amazing, isn't it? Look, there's it normally, and there's it compressed. Obviously, a curve, Donnie. Don't tell me there's no curve there.
Well, then I don't accept what you're talking about. So if you
don't accept evidence in front of your face, why don't you accept evidence that's right in front of you?
Listen, that's not what we observe. We observe a flat
This was
motionless
observed.
Earth.
Sorry, are you saying that Mr. Sensible was lying and that this camera is showing fake footage? Because this is literally an observation, Donnie.
So does Mr. Sensible think the Earth is a ball?
He's demonstrated that the Earth is clearly a ball.
Sensible think
yes.
the Earth is flat?
He's demonstrated 100% that the
Yeah,
Earth
then I
is
don't
in
accept
fact a
any.
globe.
Listen, then I don't accept anything you have to say.
So you don't accept evidence?
I won't accept anything from that guy.
So you won't accept any evidence that shows the Earth is a globe?
Just like you.
You need to show me some evidence the Earth is flat. Scientific evidence, Donnie. Donnie, the agreement was that you would show me scientific evidence that the Earth is flat. Can you define scientific evidence for me?
What? So science must be observable, correct?
Yeah. That's the start of the scientific method.
Click back over to my screen.
The start of the scientific method is an observation.
Listen, if you don't click over the screen so I can show the people, I'm just going to leave. If you're not going to allow me to show what I want to show,
everyone's seen your screen.
Then I'm just going to go.
Everyone's seen that already, and I'm asking you to address my evidence, which responding to it.
Yeah, you guys have an agenda. Oh, good. I
don't have an agenda. I have evidence.
Look, Lake Pontchartrain.
Uh-huh. Do you want to see another Lake Pontchartrain shot?
No, hold on. Let this play. Where's the curve in all this? It keeps going. If that guy had a better zoom, he'd keep zooming.
No, he wouldn't. There's clearly a horizon, right? Now, all right, Donnie.
He can keep going.
No, you can't keep going. There's a horizon, Donnie, because there's a curve.
The better zoom you do.
Now, no, you don't. You really don't. Now, let's look at this picture from Lake Pontchartrain.
Flat.
Explain to me why this bridge is curving over the water if Lake Pontchartrain is flat.
Have you ever been to Lake Pontchartrain? That bridge that you're showing, I've been across that bridge 100 times.
So this was done in a live stream. Soundy was actually in a hotel opposite the bridge, right? And he was in a live stream, and the audience were controlling the camera, making it go up, and it wasn't so showing it wasn't fake. This is what you see when you get the right angle. You can clearly see the curve of the Earth over Lake Pontchartrain.
I just showed you otherwise.
So what I'm showing you is fake, is it?
Look at that. You're not even showing. You're showing something.
We've seen that already.
The heat index is so high that it.
Define a heat index for me.
When you listen, the photograph that you just put up shows a haze. That's what happens when it's really hot. No, it really doesn't.
There's literally no haze in there.
Pontchartrain completely flat.
It's not completely flat. Look, I'm showing you it right now. It's not flat. There's curve there, Donnie.
That's a haze.
Stop ignoring the facts.
It's not a curve. It doesn't curve like that.
It really does. He's showing you it right now.
Curves right at the end. Right there at the end. Right there, right? I see what you're saying.
It curves the whole thing.
Right there. Oh, that curve? That's not the curve of the Earth, people.
It clearly is the curve of the Earth. In fact, Walter Bislin modeled this out, what you should see for the curve of the Earth and what you should see for flat. And when he modeled it out, this matched the curve of the Earth.
Oh, what you should see.
Yeah, this is what you should see. This is what you expect to see on a globe.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So, clearly a curve there. Also, clearly curve in the video I showed you from Mr. Sensible. So, once again, Donnie, where's the evidence for the flat Earth?
Clear.
Yeah, you keep showing me Lake Pontchartrain, so I'm showing you this.
Here, click back over. Can I have 5 minutes, please?
You had an intro.
Give me 5 minutes.
I'm waiting for you to respond to the fact that I've shown you curve in two things.
Well, guess what? Now I'm going to show you Lake Pontchartrain, and this is my response. You're showing me Lake Pontchartrain. Well, I'm going to show you Lake Pontchartrain.
Okay.
All right.
All right. And does it stop mine being Lake Pontchartrain?
I'm going to look. There's Lake Pontchartrain, completely flat.
And where's the measurement to show that's completely flat?
Now, just watch it.
How have you determined that that's completely flat?
Water finds its level.
Level doesn't mean flat.
Look, it's flat.
Yeah. How have you determined that's flat? You think at that angle you should be able to see a really small
Water
curve?
must be contained. Water must
Yeah.
be contained.
Yeah, cool.
It's
Gravity's
flat.
a container, no problem.
It's flat.
It's really not.
Hold on, look, he's gonna.
All right, Donnie, I'm just going to go
Where's your
back to
curve
this
at?
picture
Do you see
showing you the
curve in-
curve. Here you go.
Oh,
When you're closer to the surface
Oh my
at the
God.
right angle, you
There
can
you
clearly
go.
see the curve.
bro, you're so blind. Why do you even have me on your?
How
Your
I'm
channel,
literally, I
just to
literally
make fun
showed
of
you
me?
2 things showing you the curve. And I showed you the curve in Mr.
Am
Sensible's
I-
video, and you went nut up,
No,
and
I
then you
just
called
showed-
me blind.
I showed you the flatness. I just showed you the flatness.
And I'm showing you that it's clearly not flat when you actually investigate it. It's clearly not flat when you actually investigate it.
Click back over. Here,
Yep,
here's some more.
That's what we expect to see on a globe, thank you. Providing more evidence of the globe. Well done.
No, that's flat Earth. Flat Earth.
Can you show me what you would expect to see on a globe compared to what you should see on flat Earth with that, please? You're just making the claim
can
that's
you
flat
pull
Earth
up
without
Google
demonstrating it. I say that's what we expect to see on the globe. All right. So I guess we're going to ask the question again, Donnie. Any scientific evidence that the Earth is flat? Now, scientific evidence must contain maybe some measurements or an experiment that we could talk about that demonstrates what you're trying to claim. Do you have any of those?
Okay, hold on a second. Yep, hold on. Let me go to
3 times.
I got something else for you. Hold on.
Thanks for the super chats, guys.
How much money did you make?
About £400,000.
What?
Oh, that's just an average night.
Really?
Yeah. You make that much every night? Weird.
Wait, you made 400,000 pounds?
Well, yeah, in the past like half an hour. That's about normal, isn't it?
I don't even know, dude. Are you messing with me?
Why would I do that?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But can you send me some?
No.
Wow. No, because you hate me. I'm a flat earther.
I hate the flat
Right,
Earth. Why should I give you my money?
Coming over here to. Why should those people give you their money?
That's their decision to do what they want with their money. I have never asked for it. I sincerely appreciate the fact they're generous enough to help me continue my channel. But so let's
go. Here's your science.
Let's look at an experiment for the flat Earth, shall we? Can you show me one of those?
No, hold on. Look at this. So there's your numbers. There's your altitude, your heading, everything. Okay, all right. There's your numbers. Now we're gonna watch this video. No, you're right. I showed you this in the beginning.
Yeah, and I've shown you that Jay Toland does not identify landmarks correctly, and also provides no evidence that this is what we shouldn't see on a globe. Yeah.
Now, because here's the whole thing. This is what he looks like out of his window. And this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like, okay?
I get that. But I'm asking for some scientific evidence, not someone using a camera showing the globe.
All right, hold on a second here. Let me show.
Oh, thanks for the £1,000 there, Martin H. That's nice.
If that's what it really looks like, now let's go towards the end of the video.
I'm pretty sure there's curve there.
No, this is now look at Google Earth. How come that looks fake? Google Earth is fake, people.
How come it looks fake? You're
That's not real.
Sorry, are you really asking me the question?
Look at the water.
Hold on. Are you really asking me the question, how come Google Earth looks fake?
Look at the water. Does that water look like real water to you?
Again, are you really asking the question, why does Google Earth look fake? I just want to confirm that.
Yes. Yes. Once you get on street level, you can see. Look at the water. Does that water look real?
Yeah,
you're good. So,
Whew.
oh, here we go. I got a stupid commercial.
Stupid commercial, yes.
Yeah. He must
So,
be a globalist.
I guess I mean maybe I didn't make myself clear when I contacted you when we were speaking. Scientific evidence for the Earth being flat. So let's have something following the scientific method, an experiment maybe that demonstrates the Earth being flat and
You can
non-rotating.
only take a horse. You can only lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink. Okay.
I'm aware of that.
You the Earth is flat.
Well, I refuted that by showing you a clear curve.
The Earth is
In
flat.
fact, here is something a pilot
not.
friend of mine sent me from his pilot's window, and clearly there's a curve there. Is there not?
Hold on,
Is there a curve in that picture, Donnie? Yes or no?
I gotta look at it. Well, I see a flat horizon with
You see a flat horizon. Are you looking at the same? Right. Okay. Let's do this. Let's squeeze it left to right for you, Donnie. Do you see the curve now?
Yeah, you squeezed it.
Yeah, I didn't do anything else to it though. The straight lines remain straight. I just squeezed it left to right. It just exacerbates the curve that's there. So, weird that there's a curve there, huh? Why is there a curve there, Donnie? Hey, Donnie?
Camera
you got some splaining to do.
What kind of camera? What kind of camera did he use?
A Nikon P1000.
It looks flat. The only thing I see is
I just showed you it's not flat. I showed you the Mr. Sensible thing that showed you it's not flat. It's clearly not flat. For instance, let's talk about and I know I keep pronouncing this wrong. I'm sorry to people that live there. The Verrazano Narrows Bridge in New York, where the support towers, which are completely plumb, right? Completely and utterly plumb. The support towers are further apart at the top than they are at the bottom, which means the perfectly plumb support towers are actually like that, facing away from each other. Yet at each point, it's perfectly plumb. That can only mean the surface that they are on is curved. Funny how they had to take the curvature of the Earth into construction for that bridge. And then we could talk about the LIGO installations, which had to have maybe 11 years of precision engineering to make sure they weren't affected by the curve of the Earth, as they need to be a couple of kilometer long arms completely straight. Oh, thanks for the 500, Draco. That's awesome.
Holy smokes!
What do you say to all the evidence that it's flat?
That's
and the
crazy.
fact you have no evidence that the Earth's curved, that the Earth's flat in it? All the evidence shows that it's curved, huh? Verrazano. Sorry, Josh. Verrazano Narrows Bridge.
I just showed you my playlist.
Yeah, and I just showed you pictures that clearly show the Earth is curved.
In my playlist.
Yeah. Cool. So the curve has been measured, Donnie.
Well, here's the whole thing. You're up to funny business.
I'm up to funny business, am I?
You're up to funny business is what you're up to.
Yeah, because I am a complete scoundrel.
Yes. You British, you bloody British. Is that what you guys call each other? Bloody British?
Yes, that's exactly how everyone over here talks.
No wonder why we kicked your ass years ago in the war.
Yeah, of course you did. So, Donnie, again,
I'm only joking around with
when you agreed to come back on, right?
I'm trying to be as friendly as possible, but
I know.
who do we got? Somebody else?
So when you agreed to come on, you said that you would bring scientific evidence that the Earth was flat and non-rotating. None of that was scientific evidence, right?
I did.
Scientific evidence requires measurements, experiments, and things like that. So you failed with the curve. What about the fact that the Earth is rotating? You said you could also provide scientific evidence that the Earth was stationary. Can we try that, possibly?
Yeah, sundial.
Yeah, sundials work on a globe, fine. That's no problem.
Sundial tracks the motion of the sun through the sky.
Yeah, that's not evidence of the Earth being stationary.
Yes, it is. Oh, Yeah, here's another one. A planetarium. A planetarium, you sit motionless on the floor where there's a dome above you, and all the stars and moon and sun is projected onto a dome. You've been to a planetarium, right? Huh? Why is a planetarium?
Because it's a projection of what you see.
Model.
So again, do you have any scientific evidence? Right, let's break it down to one simple question, right? Do you have a measurement of the Earth being non-rotating? Right, so do you have a measurement of the Earth being non-rotating?
It's 0.
Yeah, do you have a measurement of that?
Do you have a measurement of Earth moving?
Yeah, absolutely I do. I have several.
What's your measurement of the Earth? Tell me what your measurement of the Earth is.
If the Earth is spinning at
how do you make it? How do you make a
Listen.
of the Earth measurement?
Degrees. And if the gyroscope is mounted anywhere on Earth, it's going to drift. In today's 21st century navigation systems, they're using what's called a ring laser gyroscope. It is extremely precise. If we could simply get one of these ring laser gyroscopes, we would be able to prove once and for all that there is no rotation to the Earth. One of the people in the community actually purchased one for $20,000. But what we found is when we turned on that gyroscope, we found that we were picking up a drift, a 15-degree-per-hour drift.
Yeah, so the rotation of the Earth has been measured several times by flat earthers. In fact, that was with an interferometric gyroscope. And then what happened after, more recently, was that Bob commissioned a mechanical gyroscope to get made. Because they were like, oh, there's no way a mechanical gyroscope would pick up the rotation of the Earth. And then, do you know what happened when they spun up that mechanical gyroscope?
You brought this up last time. The only thing moving in those experiments is the gyroscope. Just like your pendulum. When you guys talk about
gyroscopes maintain their rigidity within 3D space. The gyroscopes maintain their rigidity within 3D space.
It's not
the prediction.
The rotation of the Earth.
The prediction.
That is not proof.
Shut up.
That's not proof.
Stop talking. Stop talking. Scientific evidence says that you make a prediction. The prediction of the Earth rotating is that a gyroscope will drift the amount that we see. This is a mechanical gyroscope picking up the drift of the Earth. If you are claiming that it is just the gyroscope moving, you will have to explain why it correlates to the drift of the rotation of the Earth. What is making that gyroscope show that the Earth is rotating?
All right, can you switch over to me? I want to show the audience something.
I want you to answer my question first.
What was your question?
Yeah, maybe listen.
Why is the Earth flat? Because God made it that way.
Oh, but my holy book, that gets one. Right, so, yeah, listen. The prediction of a rotating Earth is that the gyroscopes will show these drift.
The Bible says so.
I am talking. I am talking.
So.
You be quiet. The prediction of a rotating Earth is that the gyroscopes will... Well, once again, in the middle of my sentence, interrupt at the beginning of yours, try showing some restraint. The prediction of a rotating Earth is that the gyroscope will show these drifts. If you are saying it is not the Earth rotating, you need to explain why the gyroscopes are showing the drift. What is your explanation for the results of the gyroscope's measurements?
That's just an error reading. That 15 degrees...
Can I get some citation to show that that's an error reading?
You guys have it. All you've shown is a 15-degree movement in a gyroscope. That has nothing to do with the moving of the Earth.
Except it's exactly what it's measuring. That's how they measure. So. I mean, we can only see your beard again. It's lovely. Yeah, I've got one with a scale on. So what's that matter? So is this it? You're just going to resort to childish antics again?
No, I'm just showing. It says...
Yeah, we know what it sees. And I've also shown everybody ones that are actual for education.
It says globes, as in all
So
globes.
you've just made the claim that all gyroscopes register the same error reading. Can you please give evidence for that?
Well, I don't
Can
know, do they? You tell me. You're the one that's trying to claim
You
that's
just said
that's what's going on.
that they are not showing the Earth's rotation. Can you please give evidence to show why they show a drift if it's not the Earth's rotation? Yes or no?
You're not showing evidence of the connection. All you're showing is
No,
that a
no, no, no.
gyroscope
It's exactly what
is
we
moving.
expect following the scientific method. We expect those results from pendulums and gyroscopes if the Earth is rotating. They are predicted with the rotation of the Earth, and it matches predictions when you do experiments. That's how science works. So, can you give an alternative hypothesis for why the gyroscopes are registering that drift? Both interferometric
I don't know, but it's
and
not the Earth
mechanical.
moving.
What?
It's not because the Earth is
Can you give
motionless.
evidence for that? You keep saying that,
The
but then
only time the
you need
Earth-
to show what it is. What is making those
The only time
gyroscopes
the
show a
Earth
drift?
moves,
What is making the gyroscopes show those drifts?
the flywheels. The flywheels.
Why? There's no flywheels and interferometric
Flywheels
gyroscopes.
are making themselves drift.
There's no flywheels and interferometric gyroscopes, and that's just a random statement with no substance behind it. Why do the flywheels make it show a drift?
That's what happens.
Why?
It's not because of the Earth moving.
Why? Why is it then? You keep saying it's not because of the Earth. Why is it then?
That's a good question. It's not because of the Earth, though.
Oh, okay,
That's
what is
the-
it then? You can't just say it's not the
That's-
Earth if
that's
you
fair.
do not have an alternative explanation. Whoop, whoop. Oh, thanks for another
It's not,
500,
listen,
Draco. That's
Earth
awesome.
is motionless.
Except we can measure the rotation. Explain the measurements. You know, there's 24-hour live streams of Earth from space rotating.
It's motionless.
Except the measurements disagree with you. Explain the
You're
results of
asking
the
me a
measurements.
trick question.
No, I'm not.
You're
I am
asking me-
asking you
you're
why.
asking me a trick
I'm
question.
asking you why
Yeah, you are.
interferometric and mechanical gyroscopes both verify the Earth's rotation. What is causing both an interferometric and a mechanical gyroscope to show that information if it is not the Earth's rotation?
It's whoever set it into motion.
Nobody sets interferometric gyroscopes into motion.
It's the gyroscope moving, not the Earth. You're
The gyroscope
making a
doesn't.
mistake. The same
okay.
thing with your
An
pendulum
interferometric gyroscope does
experiment
not
that you guys
move.
talk about.
Beardy McGee, an interferometric gyroscope does not move. It has no moving parts
right.
and still measures rotation. How is that possible?
It's probably somewhere in the software.
So, any evidence of that, or just a random claim?
Earth is motionless.
Measurements
thing
disagree with
moving
you.
is
You
the
need to explain why
mechanical
we can measure it if you're
gyroscope.
saying the Earth is motionless. Explain the
The
measurements
sun
then.
moves above the Earth. That's why we have sundials.
An interferometric gyroscope cannot measure or
Sundials
see the
track the
sun.
motion of the sun.
That's more. Sundials are more evidence for the globe. I'll add another point to it if you like.
Sundials are evidence of a flat Earth. The sun moves.
Evidence for the globe. That goes up to 4. Thank you. So I guess the answer to the question I've been answering all along is no. You do not have any scientific evidence that the Earth is flat or non-rotating. Then none at all.
I just showed you observable evidence that
That's not
anybody
science,
can
Donnie.
observe, and
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
It
You
does.
know
You said
that
you would come with
created your
scientific
channel
evidence. You
just
have
to
failed.
fight flat
You
earthers.
failed.
You failed.
Why is flat Earth always
You
such a
failed.
fail, Donnie?
You haven't shown. Show me the Earth spinning in space.
Yeah, no problem. I can do that right
If
now.
we have thousands of satellites, all right, let's look at this fake image
Oh, so you've already
that you're
decided
about
it's
to show
fake
us.
before you see it, right? Is that correct?
Well, look at your channel. Did you ever read your about? You already made it your mission to make
Did
fun
I
of
ever
flat
read my
earthers.
about? I
If
wrote
you
my
read my
about.
channel,
My
no,
my
listen,
my mission is
if
to
you
fight
read my
stupidity.
channel, if you read my about on my channel,
Yeah,
no,
I
if you
did, and
read
it
my
said derp,
about,
derp,
it's
derp,
about
derp,
seeking
derp, derp,
truth.
derp.
Yeah. Your channel is designed just to make fun of people who know the earth is flat.
Well, yeah, it's cool. I make fun of idiots. You are right. That's why I turned Flat Earth into a fucking game show. Did you know I turned Flat Earth into a game show?
I didn't know anything about your channel until you emailed me last week.
Well, how about we look at the intro for one of my game shows?
Okay, show me yeah, show me one of your game shows.
Let me get this up, because I do some good jokes at the beginning. So I think we're just going to settle on the fact that you didn't have scientific evidence for the flat Earth, then, right?
No, I showed it in the beginning, and then
No,
I
that
showed you
wasn't
in the
scientific
middle,
evidence,
and now
was it?
you're just
Oh,
like I said. You made up your mind when you made your channel,
I made my channel after I knew the facts.
and that's evident from your about page. You
Yeah.
made it up. If you go to my about page versus
It
your
says
about
derp.
page, we'll see who's telling the truth about looking for truth.
I am. I'm the only one that says anything about truth. Oh God, I can't bring up my game.
No, no, it isn't. You
Yeah,
said
no, it is.
that you are gonna make fun of us and call us stupid and call us idiots.
Well, yeah, that's
My
because you are
channel
stupid
is
idiots.
looking for truth, and
No, it's
your
not.
channel
You don't
is
understand
just
truth. You
a
listen
game
to
show
lies.
making
You
fun
ignore
of people
truth.
who found out the truth.
You ignore truth, like all the evidence I keep showing you that shows that you are completely and utterly wrong. Why does everything that I show you show that you're wrong? Why is there no measurements that the Earth is stationary? Why is
You're
there no
all
measurements that the
globalist.
Earth is flat? Why is there no science behind the Earth being flat or stationary? Not one experiment that follows the scientific method that can verify anything that you can say. I'm not asking for much, Donnie, right? I am asking for one single experiment that follows the scientific method that shows that the Earth is either flat or stationary. Just one. Can you do that?
All right, hold on a second. Let me go over to my screen share.
It better be some science.
All right, hold on. Is that the one? Just give me a second. I got to go back here.
Oh man, you're bad at this.
Yes, I'm new to this YouTube stuff.
I mean, just life. I meant, I don't understand how you're an adult, honestly. I'm not kidding. It blows my fucking mind.
All right.
Like how you survived past being a child. I'm genuinely like curious.
Right.
How has that occurred? Did you have help?
Of course. God's grace.
Yeah, God. So you have to refer to Magic Man in the Sky. Lovely. So, right, I think, guys, it's very
Hold
clear
on.
that Donnie has no scientific evidence for his claims. You're going
I
to
just
lose
showed
tomorrow,
you.
aren't you?
A flat, motionless Earth.
No, you didn't. You showed me a globe, and then ignored measurements of rotation.
Those measurements are not correct. Those are false numbers.
Of any
for the
evidence that they're
rotation of
false.
the Earth.
Any evidence that they're false.
The only thing that is moving, whether it's a mechanical gyroscope or doesn't have any moving parts. If it's registering a movement, that's because it's registering something. It's nothing to do
It's
with the Earth's
registering the movement of
rotation.
the Earth. Yeah, you're right. It is registering something. It's registering the
No, it
movement
isn't.
of the Earth.
No, it isn't.
I just see someone in the chat there who simply said, Craig a dick. Craig a dick what? Do you want to finish that sentence? Or, I mean, essay, yes, sir. Craig a dick what? Please complete that. I'd like to know. Balthazar228, thanks for the 1,999. So you got that evidence coming?
Yeah, I'm going through.
Is it going to be an experiment?
Well, you want me to get an experiment?
Well, yeah, you said science. Science tends to involve experiments or measurements, maybe. You know, just an actual measurement.
I was just going to show you a video.
Well, that's not really science, is it, dude? You know, you agreed that you would bring science. Why is it that you can only show pseudoscience for evidence of the flat Earth?
You have pseudoscience.
No, I have science that follows the scientific method. If it follows the scientific method, it isn't pseudoscience. You don't even get past the observation stage and test anything. So you are literally showing pseudoscience and quoting pseudoscience as your evidence that the Earth is flat and non-rotating. If you can't present me with an experiment or a measurement that follows how science is actually done, then you are pushing pseudoscience. So over to you. Give me some science.
I just showed you a flat Earth.
Yeah, that wasn't science, and I showed you it's not flat.
That was in the clouds. And why was the sun in the clouds?
It wasn't. It was low because the Earth's rotating away from it. That's what you would expect to see at that point.
No.
Yes.
Flat.
No, doesn't work, Donnie. I'm literally watching you search YouTube for motionless Earth measurements. Like,
yes.
Yeah, is this how you do? All right, guys, here is some live flat Earth research. This is how flat Earthers do research. Mm-hmm. He's gone onto YouTube and he's typed in the words motionless Earth measurements, and he's looking for a flat Earth video that confirms his already chosen narrative. Instead of maybe looking for a scientific paper or a published article of some kind, his first instinct is to go straight to YouTube and type the thing that he specifically wants to get. That is the literal definition of confirmation bias. What you're seeing is flat Earth in motion. Congratulations, Donnie, for showing us exactly how flat Earthers perform their research. You have a bias in your research already.
If you type it in, you'll find it.
Well, not though. You're not finding it. What you're showing is a bunch of stuff that shows that the Earth is rotating.
Yeah, they got the algorithms.
Yeah, cool. The algorithms. That you went past one there, to be fair. You went past Globebusters where they tried to show that the Earth is motionless. But we all know Globebusters are complete and utter fucking idiots. So,
Oh, yeah. Of course, that's what you want to say, right?
They absolutely are, because Bob keeps proving that the Earth is a globe and Jeranism keeps proving that it's curved. What are you going to search for now? What's the next term? Oh, look at all those flat Earth things that you've searched for. Nothing like unbiased, just specifically the things you want. BBC, fake moon landing. CGI, Google Earth. Documentary exposing the fake moon landings. Yep. This is your research. Yeah. Is that right? Is this your research?
Some of it. That's some of it.
So are you freely admitting right now that your research is going for YouTube videos?
No, that's just part of it.
What else do you do?
I got my own camera and observe the
what does
same
A
thing
on your camera
these
stand
videos
for?
show. What?
What does the A on your camera stand for?
Auto.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it really doesn't. It means aperture priority. It locks the aperture setting and changes the shutter speed to correctly expose. Donnie, how come you have a camera that you don't know how to use?
I will show you right now that it says auto.
What does the A
So
on the mode dial
you
mean?
can see that. Oh, wrong way. Auto.
Oh, A, what's that say? Aperture priority. Is that what I said and not what you
And
said?
under auto.
No, it says aperture priority. It locks the aperture setting and changes the shutter speed to correctly expose. Donnie, you just showed me that it
Well,
says
guess
what I
what?
say and not what you say. You don't know how to use a
Auto.
camera.
It has both, actually. It has both. Actually, we're both correct. It says both. We're both correct.
The A
Hold on.
stands for aperture priority, not
Look.
auto.
Auto.
Aperture
It says
priority auto, not
It says
autofocus.
both. So what?
So the
It
A,
says
you don't even
both.
know what the
Listen,
A
we're both
on your
correct.
camera stands for. This is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it stands for auto, just like I said, and it stands for
No, it
aperture,
stands
just
for
like you said.
aperture priority.
So, I mean, we're both correct.
Oh my goodness me. What do lead paint taste like? I do wonder. Why can't I bring up your camera? What's going on there? So, I guess that's it,
So,
really.
yeah,
You
it does
don't
say
have
auto
evidence,
on
right?
there if anybody has any questions about that. It does say auto.
Aperture priority, yes. So, lovely.
Yeah, but it says auto, too. Don't forget that.
It says
You told
aperture
me that it
priority
didn't say
auto.
and it clearly says auto.
It is not. The A does not stand for auto.
So, I don't know what you're trying to, How much money did you make?
Oh, I've made about, I don't know, $30,000 or something.
That can't be real, really? Are
Isn't
you
that
really
normal?
making off this video right now?
Of course, there's
I've
like
never made anything.
there's like
even though
there's like a million
even
and a
though
half
I
people
have it
watching.
set up. There's how many?
About 1.5
How
million.
many people's watching?
About 1.5 million.
Oh, so you have more than just this channel?
No.
You really have that many people on your channel?
All the time, yeah, yeah.
Jeez.
Trillions, in fact, the K-Bear says. Oh, Balthasar, thanks for the
That's pretty crazy.
9,999 there. Donnie,
Balthazar?
Balthasar,
Really?
228. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh, Martin H, thank you. He's just said that he's emailed me his credit card details and I can just take what I want. I'll just take about 5,000 or 6,000 off that, okay? I mean, isn't this what you make?
Holy smokes. You're just raking it in.
I'm confused.
No wonder why you just sit there.
I mean, you
You'll
do know
never
this
be
is live
convinced. I
on
don't think
TV
no
in the
matter
UK, right?
Who you have on your channel, you'll never be convinced.
Donnie, you do know this is live on the TV in the UK, right?
I showed you what I wanted to show you. And
Do you
you're
not
trying
realize
to
that?
show everybody a falseness and have a false narrative with your pseudoscience.
Yeah, on my measurements. But Donnie, I was just wondering, do you realize
But
that
when
this
you
is live on
observe-
UK? Did you not realize this is live on UK TV?
No, I did not know that. But
You're
it
on
doesn't
BBC.
matter. Like I said, I don't even know who you are. I didn't know who you are until you got you sent me an email.
Uh-huh.
So
Your flat Earth
I'm
research
on
is fantastic.
UK TV. That's
Yeah.
cool.
I think we're on
So
Sky,
everybody,
Dave,
the
and
Earth is flat
BBC.
and motionless. You just got to get through the gatekeepers. You just got to get through the gatekeeper, and this is one of them.
I am the gatekeeper.
Yes, I know. But your people don't realize it.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, yeah, the chat says I'm on ITV12 right now on UK TV. Oh, and
That's
Augmented
really
Scope's
cool.
watching it on BB Cam. Nice.
BB Cam.
Yeah. It's one of the most watched channels in the UK.
I never heard of it.
Oh, it's unsurprising, to be honest. You think the Earth's flat. Oh, Lukey, you know what, Lukey? I think that's a bit too much. I can't. You're gonna have to refund that, mate. You can't give me that much. Seriously, dude. Come on. Thanks, but you know I can't take that money off you. Illuminous Pooh wants to borrow the blue Lamborghini. I've lent the blue one out to Mr. Sensible. I've got the red one. Is that okay? How many cars do you own? Donnie, you've gone all quiet, mate.
No, I'm just listening to what you got to say.
Well, I've presented evidence that you're wrong about everything you say. I was just wondering if you've got any. You did say that you were going to give an experiment. So have you found that, or?
It doesn't matter what I say. You're not going to agree to what I have to say.
Oh, Truth Nerds for the
You're not going to agree to
200
anything I
euro
have to
cents
say.
there. Don, did you know gullibility is a no word?
Listen, I didn't believe anything you had to say tonight. Even your
So
millions of people
you don't
watching
believe
right now.
evidence, is what you're saying?
No.
So no matter what evidence you see, you're never going to change your mind.
Not from you.
Well, regardless of who it's from.
I will never change my mind about the Earth being flat.
Right, so let's just say,
The Earth is flat and
for some
motionless.
reason,
The
they
water's
chose you
above
to go
the
to space.
firmament.
Hold on, Donnie. Let me throw a hypothetical at you, right? Let's just imagine that for some strange reason they
Okay.
decided to send you to space, and you were up there and you saw the Earth curving. Would you still say the Earth was flat?
So if I were to send you up into space, and if you were to see the Earth was flat,
That's what I
would
asked you. Yes.
you tell people the Earth is flat?
Yeah. If I was presented evidence that the Earth was flat,
That's
I
what
would tell
just
people the
asked
Earth was
you.
flat.
So
would you,
I
if you
did.
saw
I
the
just
Earth as a
put you in
globe
the
from
beginning of
space,
the video.
just answer the question, Donnie. If you saw the Earth from space
It's not,
and it
it's
was clearly a
flat.
globe, but if you saw the Earth from space and it was clearly a globe, what would your position be?
I've seen it from 35,000 feet. So
Yeah, but
flat.
Donnie, I've seen it from space.
You've been to space?
Do you not know who you're talking to?
No. I asked you who your name was, and you said your name is Fight.
Yeah, dude, there's me on the ISS.
Oh yeah, that's you. Come on, that's a green screen.
No, it's not. That's me on the ISS.
Then who are you? Like I don't even know who you. So who are you?
I mean, I can't tell you my proper name. That's
A
top
green
secret.
screen.
That's not. That is actually a
What's
picture
your
of the
proper
person in
name?
space.
That's that's a green screen.
Let's have a look. I know Elon Musk and stuff. Like he's a good friend of mine. Like there's a yeah. This was a good night. We got
Call
pretty
him
drunk
up.
here. Oh, he's busy
Get
right
him
now.
on the
With
phone.
he's having a meeting about Dogecoin. He said he'd be free in about 4 hours.
Yeah, that's not a real photograph. That's not really you in space.
Well, you want to? I mean, that's clearly. Look, I'll zoom in for you if you want. It's clearly real. Let me zoom in and show you that it's not a green screen.
No, it isn't.
How would I fake that? Look,
That's a green
that's
screen.
clearly
Just the way
not.
your
You can see.
background is.
Look at my hair. You can see my hair. You can see the background through my hair. There's no way that that is a green screen. That's clearly me there. Look, it's. I don't know what you want. It's how much evidence do you need? That's clearly me in space. I was surprised you didn't know who I was, Donnie. I thought you
No, it
realized that you were
isn't.
talking to an astronaut.
Well, then you're getting paid to tell you're an actor. Then, if you're claiming to be an astronaut, you're an actor.
I mean, I am an
I
actor as well.
understand
I've
why
been
you
in
made
several
your
movies.
channel.
Oh, Sean,
Really?
no, Sean for
Wait,
5,000 US dollar cents
shocking?
says,
Is
it's
it
Sean from
really
ABC. He's been
shocking to you
authorized to
that
offer
I
me a
have no
syndication
idea
deal.
who you are?
Sorry, what?
Is it shocking to you that I have no idea who you are?
Well, I thought you'd realize that you were talking to an astronaut at least, you know?
I'm talking to an actor who probably has one of those Actor Guild screen cards, don't you?
I mean, doesn't everyone have an Actors Guild screen card?
No, only actors and actronauts.
Wait, not everyone's an actor? I'm confused.
No, I don't got. You said, doesn't everybody have one of those? No, I don't have one of those. And I said actors and astronauts, which are actronauts. So
Oh.
you're going around telling people that you've been to space. So this goes deeper than I thought. Then, and you know, if that's the case, then you're probably deny it. But
I mean, that's why I wanted to get you on today, because over the next week or so, I'm preparing for the next. You know, I'm going up on the next Dragon shuttle to take over from the guy that's up there, because he's been up there for nearly 6.5 months right now. And originally, when the Russians were going to go up last week, that was put off to make way for some cargo, and he was going to have to extend his mission by 6 months, but they're sending me up as relief so that he can come home.
Bro, you are the funniest dude I've ever talked to on here, bro. You're just wow, like really, like how much they paying you, bro, to tell all the people that you're lying
I
about
can't
going to
disclose
space?
my
Like,
NASA
seriously,
paycheck. I cannot
like,
disclose my NASA paycheck from Scotland.
bro.
I mean, how much do you think NASA are paying me?
I don't think I can believe a word that comes out of your mouth, man.
How much do you think NASA are
I
paying
have
me?
no idea. And here's
I mean, look at the studio they put me in, for
I
God's
have
sakes.
no idea how it
You
works.
think this comes cheap? Look at this studio.
Doesn't look that fancy to me.
Are you kidding? Look at the size of that screen.
I know you got. I know you're just trying to mess around and stuff. Like it's
Dude,
so
I mean,
obvious. Like you're like
I'm
the
really,
worst liar.
I guess you know, we should have let you know exactly who I was before we started.
What's
So,
your name then?
huh? What's my
No,
name?
what's your name?
I can't tell you my actual name, because then I would have to kill you. Yeah, Illuminous Pooh says that Barb in HR is going to kill me. Shit, have I said too
Yeah.
much? Damn.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I haven't believed anything you've said since we started talking tonight, besides when you said hi to me.
So you didn't. So you
That was
did
probably
believe me
the
when I said
only-
hi. I mean, I could have been lying then. You never know.
I believe that part when you're like, "Hey, how you doing?" Maybe that's probably about it. But other than that, I mean,
So
spreading
basically,
lies,
Donnie.
man. Like I can't even keep up with your lies.
Yeah, I know.
I can't even keep
I'm
up with
terrible.
your lies.
Absolutely terrible. I mean, the thing is, like, I was chatting to Don Pettigrew, like, and he's really annoyed that flat earthers keep like quoting him and the Photoshop thing. So NASA formed this new agency for me and the other debunkers to come on YouTube and, you know, stop the flat Earth spreading, because we don't want that to get out, really. It's called the
I know you
Office of
don't.
Earth-Shaped Counterintelligence. Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't heard of it.
Oh, I mean, we've got like a logo and everything, and if you look up Barnabas, a flat earther called Barnabas, he did a whole, when he found out about NASA paying us to do this online, he did a whole video.
Well, at least you're admitting it.
I mean, I thought
mean,
everybody knew that NASA paid
Not
us
that
to do
anybody
this.
can believe you. I mean,
All right, Donnie. So, right, I think we're going to wrap this up, and I'm going to read some super chats. But I just want to give you the chance
thanks
once
for
more.
having me on.
I want, before you go, I want to give you
I
one more
won.
chance.
I want everybody to know that I won this debate again. I won.
I just want, before you go, to give you
Okay.
one more chance, Donnie. Do you have any scientific evidence of the Earth being flat or motionless?
Yes, I do.
Can you show me it?
Yes, I can.
Go on then. I'd love to see a scientific experiment or something.
So I go back to the original.
No, none of those were science experiments, Donnie.
They were.
No. You remember that thing we talked about with pseudoscience? You saying that that is a science experiment is another example of you pushing pseudoscience.
You'll never accept anything I say.
Just because I have evidence you're wrong.
No,
Donnie,
you don't.
we've been to space.
I'm correct.
Me specifically.
No, we have not. The only space there is between the Earth and the firmament.
There is no firmament.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
You astronauts call it the Van Allen belts and claim you can't go through it.
No, we can go through the Van Allen belts, it's fine. We just need to make sure we don't go through the strong parts of radiation. But interesting that you mentioned the Van Allen radiation belts, because I've got some technology here, right, that was specifically designed and capable of blocking the majority of radiation from the Van Allen belts. Would you like to see this extremely advanced technology? I mean, countless hours and millions of NASA's research dollars have gone into this technology that we need to block the majority of the radiation in the Van Allen belts. Are you ready? I might get in trouble for showing this, but here we go. Here we have something capable of blocking the majority of the radiation from the Van Allen belts. I'm not sure about this. I'm going to get. There we go. I know. It's shocking, right? Top secret technology. It's a bit of paper, Donnie. This bit of paper can block the majority of radiation in the Van Allen belts. Did you know that?
Oh, your joke was so forgot to laugh and
No,
you.
I'm being absolutely 100% serious. The majority of the radiation from the Van Allen radiation belts can be blocked with a piece of paper. And that is a fact. It's not that dangerous. Long periods can cause some problems and can affect equipment, especially more modern equipment with transistors that have. Hold on.
A piece of paper.
Modern transistors and stuff, they have components that are closer together, and that causes more of a problem when you're in space and you have the particular radiation, because it allows transfer across the nodes and stuff because of the radiation in space. Which is why, for instance, the rover we sent to Mars recently actually has components that were from like a computer in 1998, because they are better at dealing with the radiation in space and on Mars than modern transistors and stuff. That's the only issue with the Van Allen belt, was figuring out how to really get the more modern equipment for it.
Damn, son. I'm going to need a shovel to clear all this shit you've been piling on.
You've been digging your own grave this whole time, Donnie. It's fine.
No, I've been showing you guys a flat, motionless Earth, and
no, you haven't. Not once.
And just want to argue and tell me that you're somebody that goes into space, which you're not. You've never been to space.
Then explain this fucking picture, man.
That's a green screen, buddy.
It's not a green screen.
You didn't go nowhere.
I mean, there's the evidence right in front of you.
Yeah, and look at the shirt. He's got a shit head, right?
Yeah, that's Anthony Riley, dumb fuck of the year. In fact, you know what? Why don't we hear from Riley? Riley, why are you a flat earther?
I'm a dumb flat earther, and I don't understand science.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. You're a dumb flat earther and you don't understand science. Is it the same for you, Donnie? Are you also a dumb flat earther that doesn't understand science?
Earth is flat and motionless. Don't listen to this guy.
Science disagrees with you.
This guy only wants your money.
I don't need money. I've already earned. Oh, what's that? 226,000. Goodness. I might buy a new car tomorrow.
No, you didn't. You didn't earn that much. Stop lying. You didn't make none of that. So.
Well, if we take into account the syndication fees from NBC, the BBC fees from the UK, the live Dave streaming, I mean, plus my NASA check, what I've been given in super chats. I mean, yeah, it's probably about $250,000 I've made. What are you smoking? You probably shouldn't be smoking.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that?
Oh, yeah, but what are you smoking, Donnie? You shouldn't be smoking. I'm going to read some super chats. You're welcome to stay, Donnie. There's a lot of them.
It's pipe tobacco.
Yeah. Oh, you're smoking nicotine. What's wrong with you?
Yes.
Why
Yeah, I'm
would you
addicted to
smoke something that
cigarettes,
gives you
so
cancer
you can
like
beat
that?
up on me on that. So you're right. I shouldn't smoke cigarettes, but I do, and maybe one day I'll quit.
Yeah, you
So
should.
yes,
It's growing with your brain,
I'm
dude.
wrong about smoking cigarettes. I will. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Right, for $10,000, there's an error in the title, FTFE. It should say the pseudoscience of flat Earth. I hereby ding you in true Team Skeptic fashion. Dinged for me, yes. There is no science of flat Earth. As Donnie has lovely demonstrated during this debate, there is no science to support the flat Earth. There is no science to support a flat or a non-rotating Earth. Not one measurement, not one experiment, not one map, not one model, nothing. Donnie, thank you for helping kill the flat Earth. It is much appreciated. Alison, for is that 2,000 Australian? Still waiting for a yes or no answer to my offer. So Alison would like to know if you would go to Australia and learn how to fly a plane.
Okay, she can send me an email.
Yeah, it's derp, I'm really dumb at gmail.com. Free Ron for $2,000. Please do a video on Justice League Snyder Cut. Now, although I would love to do a video on the Snyder Cut, because I am a fucking massive nerd, everyone knows that. So I've got a D&D channel, for God's sakes, and a gamer score of nearly 200,000. But I think put a full review of a movie on my channel isn't a good idea, because it's not what people expect from me. They expect science and stuff. So I might put it on my FTFE Plays channel if I'm to do one. And I might start doing some after shows and going over to my FTFE Plays channel, especially with Mass Effect coming out soon. Ooh, so excited. But Justice League Snyder Cut is fucking amazing. Absolutely incredible. Brutal. Absolutely, it's got an R rating for a reason. Like, Wonder Woman throws people at the wall and you see their fucking head explode as it hits the wall and stuff. It's amazing. Alison for another $2,000 Australian. Nice left to right curve in that infrared, by the way. I know. That's why he kept showing evidence for the globe. So I think, what did we get to? Evidence for the globe. I think we're at 6. Yeah,
flat.
That's right. Why did you show 6 lots of evidence for the globe then?
Flat.
Interesting. Alison for 2,000 Australian says, so the sun is under 100,000 feet. Good to know. Yeah, I guess it's important for pilots to know where the plane is, huh? Where the sun is, rather. Dope. Alison for another $5,000. Man, the last time I brought up Jay Tolan, Flatty's claimed he was a globe agent because of all the globe evidence he shows. Yeah, dude, honestly, every time you show anything from Jay Tolan, it's like, oh, excellent evidence for the globe. Then we've got Fuck YouTube for $5,000. His shirt says, I need Jesus. I say he needs schooling. He needs something. Carrie Oliver for $3,333. I want to see Donnie eat an actual fisheye. I don't. We spent most of the time looking at his forehead, so. Alison for 2,000 Australian. Donnie, there is no curve. Well, 561 people watching disagree with you.
No.
Like Luke Filewalker for 2,000 euros. Donnie is a pretty good cherry picker. Very, very good at cherry picking. Philosopher King Gaming for $5,000. I would do my normal challenge, but I can't resist this. Donnie, did Trump win the 2020 election?
According to the media, he did not.
But do you think Trump won the 2020 election?
I was not there to count, so I do not know. So if that's what they said, Biden's our president. So I've accepted that Biden is our president.
Cool. Better than a Cheeto, right? Mr. Unite for the Children, $5,000 says, everyone please remember to sign the petition to ban dihydrogen monoxide before leaving tonight. The children of tomorrow will thank you. Donnie, this is, I mean, flat earth aside, did you know about the dangers of DHMO?
Yeah, I know you're full of shit.
No, no, seriously. Did you know that every single person that has ever died has ingested dihydrogen monoxide? In fact, it's so dangerous, right? I got some of the hot version of dihydrogen monoxide on my hand, and it left like a burn, like a really bad burn. But then I put my
Well, then you
tongue
should.
on the really cold version of dihydrogen monoxide, and my tongue actually stuck to something. It's so dangerous. And you know what? I saw kids, right, using like a semi-solid version of it as a weapon. Don't you think that's disgusting? Will you sign the petition to ban DHMO? It's important, I think. They put this in our food, man.
I'll sign the petition to ban you.
Did you know, right, that
So
pure
if there's a
dihydrogen
petition
monoxide
to ban
can
you.
like completely rust a car? It's dangerous stuff. I'll send you the petition, man. Okay. Yeah, Philip Kidd says that dihydrogen monoxide is addictive
Bro.
and withdrawal leads to death. I'm not gonna lie, guys.
Everything you're saying is
I'm
bullshit.
addicted to dihydrogen monoxide.
Everything
I tried quitting
you're saying
dihydrogen
is
monoxide
bullshit.
and I thought I was going to
Bullshit.
die. So, Donnie, just don't drink dihydrogen monoxide, man. It's bad for you. Josh Wayner for $1,000, no message, thank you. Alison for 5,000 Australian says, we give FTFE money because he makes you morons dance for our entertainment. It's true. Although I don't think I'd like to see you dance, Donnie. Average Joe, 1-1 for $5,000 says, literally nuh-uh by a scientific illiterate. You got a fan there, dude. Toby,
I got a
2,000
fan.
euros. Thank you. Are you picking on the handicapped children again? I don't know. Are you mentally like damaged, Donnie? I do feel a bit bad sometimes. Was there a point where maybe as a child you led down in the
What
road
is your
and an
what is your
18-wheeler
medical
ran over your
opinion of
head?
me?
I'm not a doctor, so I wouldn't know. Have you been
So
diagnosed?
let's have the people watching.
They say the
Let's
medical
have the people
diagnosis
and
is that
you
you're a
diagnose
fucking
me.
moron.
So,
Sean Trucks, $3,000 says, have some free money, Craig, just because. Thank you very much. Michael Hoyes for $2,000 says, can he explain the LIGO installations? No, he nutted them earlier. The Ramblings of a Madman for £2,000 says, just saying. Thank you. C4, $5,000. What Google Earth isn't fake? It's Flat Earth's only working model. Yeah, did you know that Google Earth is apparently Flat Earth's model? Did you know that, Donnie? Donnie's gone
I
quiet.
don't really listen to you.
Well, did you know that Google Earth is a flat Earth model?
Well, yeah, Earth is flat.
Yeah, but did you know that specifically Google Earth was a flat Earth model?
Any map or any projection of Earth is based on a flat Earth.
Look, I'm going to show you that I'm not lying. According to flat earthers, right, Google Earth is a flat Earth model. Here's some evidence.
So, without further ado, on behalf of the Supreme Council and my highly esteemed and distinguished colleague who has been knighted, Sir Nathan Oakley, it is my honor and privilege to present the only model of the Earth that has seen the light of day over the past 4 years.
Oh God, no! I didn't put the rest of it in. So, what do you think he's going to show next? This is part of the game show. I should have put that one. What's he going to show next? As the flat
This is
Earth
a
model,
game show
Donnie?
you're doing?
Well, no, that was part of the. I mean, it's part of the graphics from the game show, but
The only model
Here we
of
go.
the Earth that has seen the light of day over the past 4 years. Here it is. Brought to you by our flat Earth friends over at Google Earth.
How come it's a fake
Hashtag
blue?
same
How
team.
come that ocean doesn't look real?
wait, are you saying that the flat
How
Earth
come
model
that's a
isn't
fake
real?
ocean?
Donnie, are you saying the flat Earth model isn't real?
That's not a flat Earth model.
They just said that's the flat Earth model.
That's
Are you
Google
disagreeing
Earth.
with Are you disagreeing with the great quantum eraser?
I have
Sir
no idea
Nathan
who that
Oakley.
is.
Are you disagreeing with Sir Nathan Oakley? Isn't he your leader of your cult?
I don't know who that is either. I've heard of the name, but I don't know him. I've never talked to him.
Draco
listen.
Fire for 500
Of course Earth is
says
flat.
500 what? Pounds? Of course, yes, definitely pounds. Yeah, that's £500 from Draco Fire there. Miss V, $2,000 says, buy yourself another Bugatti, love. I've already got two Bugattis. I get bored of them, so I don't need another one. Concord 327 for $5,000 says, how much money would it take to turn Donnie into a globe earther? How much money, Donnie, to turn you into a globe earther?
I mean, is that a serious question?
Well,
Like,
they
gotta pay me off to come over to the globe side?
$2,000 to answer.
You gotta pay me off to come to the globe side?
How much would it cost?
Listen, I wouldn't. That's a dumb question.
So if I was to
Why
offer
would you pay somebody?
if I was to offer you
Why
10
would you
million
pay
right now to
somebody
stop,
to come over to the globe side?
if I was to pay you 10 million right now to say the Earth's the globe, would you do it?
You don't have $10 million, so that's a dumb
Dude, I've
question.
made that in this stream.
What?
Sorry, what would you, if I was to give you $10 million cash, would you say the Earth is a globe?
If you don't have that money,
But
and
right, whether I have it or not is
nobody
irrelevant. If I was to
would
give you $10
be
million
paid to
dollars,
say that the
the
Earth
only
is
the
a
only
globe.
the only thing to you getting the $10 million dollars is you have to say the Earth is a globe. Would you say the Earth is a globe? For 10 million?
No.
100 million?
No.
$1 billion to say the Earth
No.
is a globe? Really?
No.
Lies.
That's correct.
Luke Farwalker, €2,000. Donnie the drunken dying. Donnie, I can't say that. Yeah. Donnie the drunken denying delusional dummy. I'm gonna try and say that 5 times. Donnie the drunken denying delusional dummy. 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 Donnie, try to say that 5 times for me. Come on. It's
I'll
Donnie
drink my
the
water.
drunken
How about
denying delusional dummy.
that?
Try and say that 5 times. Have you got dihydrogen monoxide in that bottle? Have you... Guy, he's actually displaying dihydrogen monoxide on my stream. I might get deleted for that. Draco Fire for another 200 says, oh, Craig is up to some funny business, all right. Always am. Rodent No Last Name for €2,000 says, here's another 2,000, thank you. Adra for 4,999 says, hey, Donnie, did you know that dihydrogen monoxide falls from the sky and can cause property damage? Have you heard about this? It was on the news.
Sometimes we got to watch out for the ice.
John Keppen for $5,000. So the gyroscope is literally moving 1/24th of the distance around the Earth when it looks like it's just sitting there. Is that right, Donnie?
Earth is motionless.
Disagreements with measurements there, but never mind. Mission Night for the Children, number $2,000. May we see his wall painting of the globe? They want to see that picture behind you of the globe. Nice picture of the globe. David, 4,999 says, maybe God did make the Earth flat, like before gravity made it round, maybe. What do you reckon? Yeah, he doesn't understand. Draco Fire.
What was your question?
Maybe God did make the Earth flat, but then gravity made it round. What do you reckon? Yep, more looking at your beard, lovely. Draco Fire for 500 says, if God didn't want us to make love, why did he make women so thick? Riddle me that, old buddy, old pal. I don't know. Michael Hoyes for 2,000 says, explain the 2 celestial poles. Donnie, how come we have 2 counter-rotating like star trails on Earth? No? Nothing?
How can you have a counter-rotating stars on a globe? Explain
Because
that.
that's how it works when you're looking north and south.
Spinning, no, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Nope, your physics are all messed up.
I'm
No,
sorry.
it doesn't.
Donnie, which one of us has a degree in physics? Me or you?
If you're on a globe,
Donnie, which one of us has a degree in physics? Me or you?
Listen, if you're
Yeah.
if you're
I'm listening. I'd like to answer the question first.
Bottom of the globe, you're still moving east to west. So
Yeah, but you're looking in a
if
different
that's what
direction,
you're
so the
observing,
stars will appear
then
to
you
rotate in
cannot
an
be on a
opposite
globe.
direction.
You can't
Donnie,
be on
you
a
not
globe.
understanding why
You
things look the way they
cannot be
do
on a
is not a
globe
debunk
if
of
they
them.
are moving in opposite directions.
It
You
only works
cannot
on
be
a
on a
globe.
globe if they're moving in
So more
opposite
more
directions.
derpy derp nutter, basically. Right, Josh Wayner, 5,000.
No,
Thank you very much,
listen.
dude. Appreciate that.
If
Quinn
you're
Allen,
on a
1970. Yeah, you can stop
globe
talking now.
spinning,
Just.
it's
Quinn
not
Allen,
the same.
1977.
No,
3,000
listen.
euros.
You
Thank
know I
you.
busted you.
No, you're
You know I
wrong. You
busted you
only
on
see
that,
these
because if you're on a
counter-rotating star
globe,
trails
they will
on a
still come in
globe.
the same way.
Not if you were looking the opposite direct. Oh my goodness me, Donnie, can you not think in 3D?
No.
No, you can't. You're right. Thank you. I'm fucking clipping that. Balthazar 228 for 4,999 says, I seem to be detecting a brain cell drift, a 15 degree per hour drift. Thanks, Bob.
A 15 degree per hour drift.
Yeah. Need to explain that. You can't though, can you? Alison for 2,000 with no
Well, it's
message,
not
and then
because of the
Mike
Earth.
Smith for 2,000 says, what are the guests' education professional qualifications? Would you mind telling us what your educational qualifications are?
If you tell me your real name,
Fight. That's my legal name. I mean, how do you not know about the astronaut called Fight? God's sakes, useless. Balthazar 228 for, oh goodness me,
are
that's
you that disappointed that I have no idea who
19,999.
you are?
Feels like every
Are
flat
you that
earther starts.
disappointed that I don't know who you are?
It's shocking that you don't know about the astronaut called Fight that has a YouTube channel, but you know, feels like every flat earther starts off in the premise that they simultaneously don't know how small they are compared to Earth and nothing else, and that air has mass and therefore weight and gradients of pressure exist. Yeah, this is probably pointless, but let's ask you the question, Donnie. Why does our atmosphere have a gradient of pressure?
Density and buoyancy. The atmosphere
Buoyancy includes gravity. You know that, right?
is out in layers.
Yeah.
No,
Why?
we're in a pressurized system.
Why is there a gradient then?
Pressurized system, and it's
You do know
because
that you do know part of the definition of gas pressure is to have it. Hold on, you do know that the definition of gas pressure is to have a uniform density, right? Does the atmosphere have a uniform density?
That's why there's layers.
Does the atmosphere have a uniform density? Yes or no?
Yes, that's why.
Wait, sorry. You just said the atmosphere does have a uniform density,
and the bottoms of them are flat. Listen, the atmosphere has
ruins the flat
layers
Earth
of different density.
because of gravity. Yeah.
So it has different densities.
Yes, you're right, because of gravity, absolutely.
No, not because of gravity.
I mean, it's literally because of gravity.
There's your magic gravity theory.
It's not a theory, it's been
Okay,
experimentally
whatever you
verified,
say.
but you know. Mr. Unite for the Children, $2,000 says, Donnie has a crush on Tracy Chapman. Is this true?
I do like some of Tracy Chapman's music.
Tracy Chapman, okay. Balthazar 228 9,999 says, can't wait to use my Mavic 2 Pro for some serious flat Earth debunking. Beautiful footage of boats disappearing from the bottom up with fixed altitude flags on the mast. 8-kilometer range, well used. Balthazar, did you just prove the Earth's a globe? Yes, you fucking did. Balthazar 228 4,999 says, I'd send a physical item, but I'd have to survive the hurricane force winds to travel around the flat Earth. Hurricanes don't work on a flat Earth. Neon Soul for 5,000 euros. Looks like Donnie introduced a new fallacy. The bloody British fallacy. Yo, bloody British are up to something. Yes, that's right. Bad British. Simon Green, 5,000 pennies. Donnie, we can't take the Bible scientifically. We need sun for daylight, but your God made the sun 3 days after making daylight. Explain the magic.
Light versus Okay, so on day one, God created light before he made the sun, and the light was above the waters. So on day three is when he made the earth, all right? And then on day four, he made the sun, moon, and stars underneath the firmament, within the firmament. So yes, light was created before the sun was created on day one. So he was correct that light was created first.
Magic then. Brilliant. Love it. Lukey, oh goodness, there we go. Lukey, Luke08 for 2099 says, here's £1,000,000 disguised as 3. Thank you very much. Luminous Pooh for $5,000 says, can I borrow the blue Lamborghini? The spider's acting up that cool. I said the blue one's out. You can take the red. Or I've got the 2 Bugattis sitting out. You need to put fuel in though, okay? No, actually, don't take the red Bugatti. That still needs to have the body. Truth Nerds for €2,000 says, Don, did you know I've read that one already. Fuck YouTube for $2,000 says, I'm watching on Channel 6 Providence in the USA. Oh, it's actually being put on USA TV as well. Donnie, you're on telly in the USA as well, mate.
Yeah, I don't believe any of you guys.
I mean, we're making you famous. Like, I think there's about maybe 1.5, maybe 2 million watching altogether across all the networks. Fro the Dwarf. Let's talk about the ice wall.
I think you're full of shit.
Donnie, is there an ice wall?
You're full of shit.
Donnie, is there an ice wall?
Why would I be live casting on a network when I can swear?
Yeah, it's after the watershed. It's fine. They don't put me on before the watershed, dude. They know what's going to happen. But Fro the Dwarf wants to ask you, is there an ice wall?
Of course.
Of course, of course. Queen Elizabeth II, Your Majesty. I didn't expect you to be watching tonight. You normally only watch on a Wednesday. Tell Donnie one is not amused and Charles is much smarter.
Man, you are so full of crap. Like,
I'm not kidding. I just got that.
Sit there and just spew more lies. Like, I really think you believe.
I 100% got a super chat from
yourself.
Queen Elizabeth II. It says her name right there. Sean Tux for $5,000 says, Craig, it's Sean from NBC. I've been authorized to offer you the syndication deal we discussed. You have my number. Yeah, I did say that the offer wasn't quite high enough. Add an extra 0 and we'll talk, okay? K-Bear, $5,000. No message, thank you. Lukey Luke, £2,999. Aren't you one of the founding members of the Wurzels? Who are? I bloody am. Illuminous Pooh for $2,000. Barb in HR is going to kill me. Barb's off at the moment. Don't you remember she was... She got the COVID jab and she didn't react too well to it. So she's off for like a week. Pretty sure that Maddie's covering her. Although, do you remember what happened last time Maddie was in charge of HR? The great paperwork issue of 06. That was terrible. Maybe Dundee for $5,000. This guy isn't taking the NASA Globe Lie money. I know, I offered him 100 million and he still said no. Mr. Unite for the Children for $2,000 says, God loves gay pride.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. The Bible says you need to get stoned and have gay sex. Illuminous Pooh for $5,000 says, Jesus is Hebrew for Joshua. Christ means the anointed one. I will henceforth refer to him by his real name, Oily Josh. And Brian Alaspa for $5,000. Last one says, hey, Donnie, where are all the photos of the ice wall?
Well, you can look it up.
Yeah, we have.
There's pictures of it.
Cool. And God loves everyone, right? Including all the gay people.
I would suggest you read your Bible if you have one.
Yeah, and it says that God loves everyone.
No.
Yeah, it does.
It does not.
It does. It says God is love. So does he love gay people or is he lying?
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Really? Cool, if you say so. Nathaniel Miller says, I'm really... Hold on one sec. Nathaniel Miller says, I'm really disgusted by FTFE right now. I'm not sure. Why? Please let me know. Apparently, I may have missed a few super chats. Which ones? I think I read them all. Oh, God, I did. It jumped. I'm sorry. Oh, there's way more than I thought. John Edgren for $5,000 says, hey, as much as your current basement troll is great, what happened to doing stuff with Team? Did he fall victim to your basement too? You're awesome. The thing is with Team is he doesn't really want to cover Flat Earth anymore. Whereas that's what I do. I love poking fun at morons like this guy here who didn't bring any science to a science debate. But we're still friends. We still talk. I've been on the show a few times recently, and I think he's coming on Wednesday onto this show. So it's just he didn't want to do Flat Earth, so Reds does. So me and Reds are carrying that on together. Mark Zayance for 5,000 PlayStation Network dollars. Thank you. Humongous for 2,000 Canadian says NASA told me to give you this 2,000 Canadian. Thank you. That comes from the Canadian NASA budget. Mark Wagner for $5,000 says FTFE, here's $5,000 even though you stole my seat to the ISS and got that picture. It hurts, man. It hurts. Yeah, Mark, well, they had to choose between me or you, and you had the broken leg at the time, so... Illuminous Pooh for $2,000 says, need a cleric or a druid? Glober Mum for $5,000. FTFE, NASA just sent me and my hubby $2,800, so here is some US money to help get the good alcohol for the moon retreat and breakdancing final... We're not allowed to talk about the breakdancing on the secret NASA moon base. MC2 will be with the official announcement about that. Mabaza Richie for £2,000. You forgot to mention the OnlyFans money. That's right. Obviously, we are on my OnlyFans channel as well. The After Dark will be aired later. Draco Fire for another 500,000 says, petition to make an emoji for the Riley quote. Also, today's guest is a very embodiment of the 5th D. Deflect. You're right. A Riley quote emoji. I like the idea. Illuminous Pooh has a question for you, Donnie. He says, do you smell burning toast?
No.
Donnie? No? You don't smell burning toast? Are you sure?
No.
Oh, Illuminous Pooh says, do I need a cleric or a druid in your game? That's the batch. We will be getting guest characters on. So you don't smell burning toast. Well, you might have to look for some other symptoms of a stroke. Aaron Findley, vote for $2,000 says, vote Donnie, dumb fuck of the year, not for city councilman. Yeah, well, you shouldn't vote a hate-filled anti-LGBT homophobe as city councillor. You definitely shouldn't do that. Definitely shouldn't vote a horrible human being like this as councilman. Fuck you Chew for $2,000 says, I quit drinking DHMO by drinking water instead. Lies. Gary Newberry for $4,999 says, don't go too hard on Randy from My Name is... Kirk B, $5,000 says, I believe in the moon landing, but could you explain the flag to everyone? Yeah, flags move in a vacuum once you put them down. And also, one of them was actually designed to do that. So, Angel Gamer for $2,000 says, Donnie, your gynecomastia is showing. That's a bit harsh, to be fair. He probably doesn't have that. He's just a bit overweight, but... Draco Fire for 5,000 says, the only thing Jesus ever did for me is to make me feel guilty for things I don't need to feel guilty for. And I don't need that guy in my life, thanks. Yeah, no one needs Jesus. No one needs Jesus at all. And I think that, yeah, that is all of the super chats. Sorry that I missed some of them there. So Donnie, I want to thank you for coming onto my channel and helping prove that there is no scientific evidence to support the flat Earth. That's very, very kind of you.
Earth is flat and motionless. Thanks for having me.
Apart from all the evidence that you didn't present disagrees with you, of course.
And let everybody know the Earth is flat. So
yeah, well, Donnie, you just showed evidence that the Earth isn't flat. Congratulations. Rob Lifton for $4,999 says, so if the Earth is flat, how does Donnie explain the Great Collapsing Rung disaster of 3,750? That's in the future. We can't talk about that yet. Yeah, Donnie, why don't you just bugger off now? You can go. You're excused.
You got some astronaut stuff to do?
Yeah. Kirk B for $5,000 says,
thanks, astronaut stuff to do?
Yeah, I need to get on the next flight down to Cape Canaveral so I can catch the Suez. Otherwise, I'm going to be in problem. But yeah, Donnie, you can go. You are excused. In fact, no one wants you around anywhere. Not even your parents. That was fun, guys. I just trolled the fuck out of him. I do want to know why someone thought that I was being disgusting. I was just fucking with the guy. He brought no evidence and nutted everything, so I decided to just fuck with him, and it was fun. Now, Tomorrow, you will be seeing Donnie on MC Toon's channel, debating Schrodinger's cat, a Navy versus Navy debate where he also has to bring science. We saw how that went today. How do you think it's going to go tomorrow? I have an idea. Now, there's also one other thing that I would like to say to everybody. In my Discord, I have created, I have had my number one, create a new room. This room is for people to put memes of me that Flat Earthers have created. Let me get the invite. So, edit invite. Never expire, max number of users, no limit. If you find any memes of me by Flat Earthers, no matter how mean they are, in fact, the meaner, the better, please put them in that Discord, because in a couple of weeks, I'll gather the best, and I'm going to do an FTFE meme review, which should be fun, because the Flat Earthers fucking hate me, don't they? I have had a great time tonight. Donnie isn't just a fucking idiot. He is a anti-LGBTQ plus homophobic piece of feces. You can search for his name, Donnie Lee, for Waterstone City Council, and see that he was actually charged for threatening, well, suggesting there should be like a shooting or something at a gay pride. He's just a generally horrible person. And I only brought him on today to display his entire ignorance to the world and to troll the fuck out of him. It's 2 o'clock in the morning for me, so I'm going to go to bed. I want to thank all you amazing people for supporting the channel the way you do. The amount of super chats I got tonight, not quite the 500,000 I told Donnie, but you know, it allows me to keep this channel going, to feed Red trapped in the basement, and to do this full time and give you the entertainment that I love to do. And I could never thank you guys enough. I know not everyone can support me financially. If you want to help the channel and you can't send a super chat, the absolute best way to help the channel is to share my stuff on Facebook or Twitter. 60% of my views come from social media. So if you want to help the channel grow, help share it on social media, because I can't say enough how much that genuinely helps my channel grow. It's got one more super chat. Luminous Poo for $2,000 says Schrodinger's spinning in his grave. Or is he? He's not dead. He's not alive. We'll find out tomorrow. I've put the link to the MC Toon debate tomorrow between Schrodinger and Donnie in the description of this video. I love you all. You're all fucking awesome people. Just remember that stupidity is not a right. Fight the Flat Earth. Fight the flat. 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 Good night, everybody.